Hello everybody and welcome back to Elm Creek. You join me in August at 8 o'clock and we're at our new oat field. Now I had to get this harvested after the last episode because I needed to fast forward time. You might remember there's about 4 little of them canola fields that just weren't quite ready and hadn't gone across to the harvest. It was still on the very end, the really dark green of growing. So I had to go and fast forward time, but this oat field was ready. I was a little bit concerned of what would happen. Could anything happen? Would it wither? I wasn't sure, you see, because it was ready to harvest and I didn't want to go another month ahead just in case anything happened, so I had to do it off camera because we had a lot in the last episode. But there's still straw to pick up because I completely forgot about the straw, so we've got that to do as well, and you can see the corn across here is looking mighty fine. It's looking pretty good. Now, this field was a field full of oats, and it was quite a size. You might have heard me saying in the last episode, I wonder if it's all going to go in, if it's all going to fit for the cereals, because that's the main reason for it, was for the cereals, so we could get that production underway. I was thinking, well, if not, oats goes well in the grain mill. It's a higher ratio of flour to oats. I thought, okay, well, we'll put the rest in there if need be. But then I decided, you know what, I'm going to put the wheat in so we can get that up and running. You know what, I'm glad I went for that option. I'm glad I put the wheat in because this field was appalling. The size of the field, and we got about 41,000 litres off it. And I'm thinking, oh, it's not all going to fit into the cereals. Before I did it anyway, I was thinking this. And yeah, the cereals hold 60,000 litres. We got a lot of room in there. So I was really appalled by the size of this field and how bad the yield was. I don't know if that's because it was like I bought the field with it already in. Could that be why? If I replanted it and, you know, did the work on it myself, got the pH levels and the nitrogen all right, might we get a better yield then? Or is it just this field is just really rubbish? I'm not sure. But anyway, if we're going to have a quick look on here, you'll see then there's a few little fields that have been cultivated because I was doing some of that. Still got a couple to do, 50, 51 and the big 57. We've got straw to get up. And there's a few little things I just wanted to sort of run past with you. The TLX thingy-majingy, what keeps rolling over, was driving me mad off camera. It was a bit funny on camera, and then off camera I'm like, every time I turn a corner it just seems to keep rolling over, empty or not empty. So yeah, it went. I got rid of it, and I got this instead. Because this holds 50,000 litres, which was the same as that. It's a triple axle trailer, so it's sturdy as. And it's kind of, you know, the tractor, you can throw it around at any speed. Full, not full. And it stays up on its wheels. Unless you just hit a bit of a bump, then, you know, it might. But you have to be extreme to sort of get it to go. But that TLX, it just seems, didn't matter what you did, it just constantly wanted to roll itself. So yeah, that went, the tanker went, and I got this. This holds everything bar grapes. Now I know you're probably thinking, oh, hang on, Krieger boy, I thought the whole reason you got that TLX was because the grapes. Yes. But I have solved that issue. If we go through here and have a quick look, I got rid of the tanker as well, and I got this tanker. Now this is a modded tanker, so it's not the same. It looks similar, but not the same as the one we had before, because that only holded 32,000 litres, I think it was. That was like a standard in-game one. This is a modded one. It holds 50,000 litres of everything liquid. Slurry, herbicide, milk, water, diesel, everything. So I thought, okay, yeah, we'll get that. So we sold the TLX. I did a couple of contract jobs, and I sold a couple of like products and pallets and stuff just to make up the money to be able to get this as well as the TLX. And so it's surprising. Did you know that if you take any equipment over to the store itself, you get more money than just going into the actual option here and going sell? Some of you might not have known that. Now, I didn't for a while until I saw somebody else's video saying about it. So we took them over to the store, repaired them and repainted them, and you get the maximum back for them. So that's how we'll be able to afford this. Now, that's gone there. This is moved over here. And you're probably thinking, well, hang on, you've still not told us how have you sold the grape issue. You didn't want to spend 40,000 on a grape trailer that only holds 40,000 litres. That's a lot of money. So I thought, well, what can I do without trying to spend more money on another trailer just for grapes? Well, this thing holds pallets, doesn't it? Well, that greenhouse will give pallets. So there's the solution there. Let's just distribute the grapes to pallets. I don't know what you're thinking. Well, hang on, Craigie boy. I thought you said you put the greenhouse so the pallets were outside the fence. Well, yes, I did. What? A little bit of surgery? That's been fixed. Because I pushed the fence back. And I've changed the fence. I just thought, let's just match it. You might remember it came from this little corner here and basically went straight across. Cut right across where the pallet should go and then ended up at this big light here. Well, as you can see, I pushed the ground back, pushed the fence back and redid it with the same fence. So I can now get the pallet wagon around here. So we can actually get the grapes and even olives if I wanted to spawn here as pallets. And there are 1,000-litre pallets. The trailer holds 50 pallets. So we can get more on this than we can in the little 40,000-pound trailer. Sort of makes sense, doesn't it, really? The greenhouse has been sort of scooted over this way just a little bit. And the fence pushed out. Enough room to get the wagon round. I don't know why I didn't think of that in the first place. It makes sense. You know, I didn't realise the grape trailers are so expensive. And I didn't realise that no other normal trailer would hold grapes as well. I should have kind of checked all that first. But that thing holds the pallets. We can get the pallets to spawn out here, pick it up in the trailer, get a full 50 pallets. So it's 10,000 more than the trailer can do. And we've already got it. We don't have to pay for anything else. That's a win-win in my eyes, that is. But at the minute, we're doing all right. We don't need any grapes. We don't need any olives. But what I'm going to do is I'm just going to go back over here. Like I said, in here, some of the fields have been cultivated. The ones at the top here, I was a bit like, oh, I don't really know what to do with these because they're so small. We're not going to get much off them. Like the same with these ones here. I wasn't sure what to do, but the problem is that all comes as a plot of land. So you can't really get rid of them. And this one here, it's just not going to be worth getting rid of. So I'm not really sure what to do with them. We'll find something to do. But I think some of the bigger fields are really going to help us at the minute. I mean, like this bad boy down here, that would help. But for now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to get in the tractor. Start her up. And we've got some cultivating to do. We've got some straw to pick up. And also, I want to just go over to here because there's some olives and also some canola from the little fields that were left in here. So we go along and have a look. Canola, let's just sort of fill this full of canola. Well, okay, we won't quite fill it full. It's 50,000 litres. We've got about 23. We're going to run this over to the factory and we're going to put it in and we might as well start getting this to make some canola oil or rapeseed oil. It is already producing. That's something else I need to do as well. I keep forgetting as well when I start these recordings. I need to start the time. I always freeze the time at the start of the recordings because I'm normally on here for about half an hour in real time before I actually start the recording. Just to have a quick look around at what I need to do and get a bit of a plan. And then sometimes I actually forget to unfreeze time. So none of the productions are actually running. But we're only sort of 8 minutes into the recording. I've remembered this time, so we're all good. I did tidy up some of the bread and cakes and bits that were like getting maxed out. Did sort them out. That field is looking really good. That's quite a big cornfield. Now I'm hoping that that field should be better yield than the other one that I bought. Because I bought it with the corn in. This one I've actually planted it myself. So I'm hoping it should be better. But I don't know if that's the reason. Is it just a poor field on that other one? Or is it because I bought it already planted? I'm not sure, you see. So we'll get this in here, just top up this. This is already, the productions are already running. So if we're going to have a quick look down here at the olive oil and canola. You see, we still got a lot of canola in, don't get me wrong. But we might as well put it all in. It's no good sitting in the silo. We might as well just get it in here. And we're 76,000 now. We've got a few olives left, so I'm just going to go over, grab the olives, and then I'll see you back here when we tip some olives in. So the olives are going in then, not a massive amount, only 7,900 litres, but again, we've not got to worry because we've got, 62,000. So there's plenty in here. I just thought they were sitting in the silo. There's no need for them to sit in the silo. We might as well just put them in. We've got a bit of space. I think the reason why they sat in the silo is because I couldn't get them all in the first place. We had so many, the greenhouse just gave us so many olives and so many grapes, just couldn't get them in. But we just put them in now. So we need to go get that straw, but the thing is, I'm not exactly short of straw. You might have seen on the other fields that we had, the wheat and the barley, got all the straw from there. And, yeah. 500,000 litres. Just, okay, just under, because it's the first time the actual trailer with the wings on it is actually 500,000 litres it holds, and it nearly filled it. And I was like, oh, I'm actually going to be able to fit it all in. And there was also quite a lot of straw in the silo anyway. So we're not exactly going to be short for straw. See, look, this is what I like with the traction trailer. I'm flat out around here, and it won't go anywhere. At TLX, it would have rolled a few times by now. So let's just go and drop this. Preferably stopping is always better for the trailer and keep rolling. Let's go get this, and we'll get the straw up. Through the trees. I just can't wait now to get the sugar, because the donut factory has come to a stop because we're lacking sugar. We've got to go get some flour as well from the grain mill. But we'll just sort of go around and get the straw. It's through here. I keep forgetting where the little gap is. It's through here. It's snug. Open her up. It doesn't really matter because it's there. We haven't got to worry. There's no collision on the arms. So let's get all this up. Let's activate fast farming so we can go flat out in this. And this is the good thing with this trailer. You don't have to worry about the little, like, pig's tails. Kind of draw question marks around here. You don't have to worry about them because you just sort of go around and hoover it all up. No problem at all. So it does make it a lot easier to get up. Obviously, if you were baling, you would have to make sure it was a little bit more accurate. And you just weren't all over the place. Let's just scoot around this way. Grab all this. And then we'll go back up over here. We'll just see if we can go along and get all these bits up at the top. Yeah, we're definitely not short of straw. Missed a little bit there. We'll come back for that. So I'm trying to think of what's best then. What are we going to do for harvest now? Is we are getting close to sort of that time where we need to try and work out what are we going to put back in the fields. And I'm not really sure what's the best thing to do. Because I don't think there's much I can put in at the minute. I think it's the next month before I can actually put anything in. Let's just go and have a quick look. What can we actually put in at the minute? So we can put canola back in this month. Next month we can do wheat, barley or canola. But I'm not sure if I want any wheat or barley. I mean, we've got 42,000 litres of barley still. Barley really we're only using for the chickens. So I don't think we need to worry too much about that. It is 42,000 litres. Well, yeah, no, I think it is going to be okay. You know, 42,000 litres of barley. Yeah, that should be enough. Chickens don't take that much, do they, really? Really, what I want to do is I want to try and put oats in. So do we leave the fields, like, empty? Because we can't really harvest them. The oats were going before. But if you look, the wheat and barley harvest around the same time as the oats. It's just the wheat will have to go in the next month. And then we've still got to wait around the whole year. So why not leave the fields empty, plant the oats in March, and then only a few months after that, we can actually harvest them. I'm just thinking the oats are what we're going to need for the cereal factory. And obviously, we've not got a massive amount in there. But also the oats are what we can get good ratio on the flour. So I think that we might see if we can try and stock up a bit on the fields of oats. And if I'm right as well, we need to sort of keep on the flour. Because the cows are going to keep giving us milk. So we're going to just have a slow, pardon the phrase, slow churn of milk. That isn't going to be too bad. That will keep the dairy fed. Obviously, we've maxed out the cow pastures now. It is really the flour and sugar. So I'm thinking we need to go to town. I don't know how much we're going to get actually when we come to harvest the sugar beet. But I think we need to maybe plant out some oats in a fair few of the fields. Haven't really worked out which ones yet, but I think we need to stock up on that because the silo will hold, what is it, 5 million litres of each thing. So I'm not worried about overstocking. I'd rather have too much than too little. 42,000 litres of barley I think it's going to do us for the chicken. And if need be, if worst comes to the worst, we can, you know, buy some. But I really want to keep the donut factory going, and flour and sugar is the thing that's a bit scarce on at the minute. So look at this, we've got another 267,000 litres of straw going in here. Wow. Now all we're really using the straw for at the minute is, I was going to say pig food then, no, cow food. It's going to make up the cow food, the TMR. So let's not let that go in, and let's just go and have a look and see how much straw we've got. So yeah, it's a bit bare in here, isn't it really? It's just barley, which I'm hoping will keep the chickens going for a while. We've got 64,000 litres of seeds. I think that came from a purchase when doing the greenhouse. Milk, you see, we still got 31,000 litres of milk, which is pretty good. Silage, 422,000 litres. 1.3 million litres of straw. My word. Hay and grass as well. So we've got a lot of grass that we can use to sort of get more hay and more silage. We might put some in and get some more hay because the silage is doing okay. We might sort of get some grass and actually top up a bit of... You know what? We could actually do some of that while we're here now. Let's just go and get a bit of... Have we actually got anything going in the hay and grass dryer? Where's that gone? Is anything actually running in that yet or not? No, we're all out of grass, you see. So, oh, we've still got 18,000 litres of hay. So we need to try and put some grass in here if we can. There, let's just put some grass in. Then we can get that basically drying for hay. I don't know how much we need really. Because that's the only thing that seems to be a little bit low on the old silo. So hay, 300,000, 1.3 of straw, and 422 of silage. So we don't need any more silage. So we'll just see if we can try and bump up the hay a little bit if we can. And we'll just sort of go for about, 100,000 litres for now. That should just bump it up enough. That's around about 4. It's about going to be close to the silage then, that will be. Then we need to go do some cultivating. Time's running. Things are going to be distributing and all the productions are going to be running. Got some rain on the way. So there, about 100,000 litres. We'll see if we can go put this in. I was going to turn that way then, but we can't get that way. We'll go put this in. We can activate the hay. And then we'll go do some cultivating. Now, I'm not sure if the cultivating... Does it help a lot with the fields? Do you get any better yield? For me, it looks better. You get sort of like a blank canvas. Love the tip speed on this. So fast. Right, let's just go down and activate the hay. Running the hay now. So we've still got some straw in there. And obviously the straw, when you use 50 litres of the straw to every 1,000 litres. So yeah, the straw's going to last in there for quite a while. Don't need to worry about the silage. Yeah, you can see the hay's going up nicely there. Raisins are distributing across. Well, I think the cereal factory is... Yeah, it's maxed out of honey. So what I've had to do with the honey is I've had to set them to storing. And we can obviously store them in the warehouse. Completely forgot what it was then. So for now, I'm just going to... We'll drop this here. We've got trailers littered all over the place in a minute. We'll go grab the cultivator and we'll go and tackle that big field. This thing is an absolute monster. Look at the size of this thing. So this is the proper cultivator, this one. It's not a shallow one. That's why it's given the kind of different texture. But I just wanted to try and give every sort of treatment possible to this field. Because we didn't have a great yield of canola. And I'm really thinking about putting in oats in this one. I'm hoping we'll get a better yield and that should give us quite a bit. Really want to stock up on the oats and I want to stock up on the sugar beet. But I'm just not exactly sure what's the best way of doing it. So we'll have a quick look. When we get to the end of here, we'll go back on the map and see what's probably best. Make sure that there's no train coming as well because that could be a bit dangerous. Right, let's just go and have a quick look on here. And see what fields are going to be best, do you think? So we've got 57, we've got these two, well, these here. I'm not really going to bother with the little ones. At a minute, we've got 47 and 41. That's got sugar beet in. Now, we got nearly 100,000 litres from 47, so with 41 as well, is that going to be enough to keep it going? We have obviously got this field over here, and obviously this one when they're ready to harvest. So we are going to be harvesting all these fields. They're all going to be empty before we get to put anything else in them. So do we look at doing like maybe 57 and 56 with oats in? These two up here, do we sort of fill them full of sugar beet? And maybe then put some oats in all these here and then put sugar beet back in these two again? So we'll have like 4 fields of sugar beets in and then all these fields with oats in. Don't know, it's a tough one. But I just really want to stock up on oats because it's the best for the flour. Flour and sugar is what we need to keep going. The donuts. The donuts are... I've got a feeling the donuts are going to come big. I mean, we're already... what we've got in the donuts now, I mean, they've stopped at the minute, which is really annoying. Oh, I keep going down to the bottom. I keep forgetting the donuts. There's only sugar down at the bottom. But the donuts at the minute, 18,000, 17,800 and 15,100. You know, we've got plenty more to go, but it's the sugar. Flour's still there. We've got enough flour to go for a bit more, but sugar. I'm really sort of... Part of me wants to go and buy some pallets of sugar just so we can keep it going because I really don't want to miss any time at all because the donuts is where the money is. How much? Do you know what? Let's go and have a... Actually, no, let's go into the shop. Let's have a quick look and see what we're looking at. Pallets, actually. We can actually buy pallets of everything. There you go, sugar. Ooh, 1.5 grand per 1,000 litres. Ooh, that's quite steep, that is. Yeah, we might pass on that, actually. I really don't... That's quite expensive, actually. When is the sugar beet actually ready to harvest? That's the thing. When can we actually harvest sugar beet? So sugar beet, we can harvest it... Oh, okay. Only in a couple of months. Ooh, okay. I think that's worth waiting for then, isn't it? It's not worth spending the money. So we'll wait for that. We'll be able to get that underway. So that will then start making the donuts. We've already got wheat, which is... It's not a great ratio, but the wheat is already going to be making some flour for us. So we're going to have some flour to keep the donuts going while we wait to put the oats in. Yeah, I think this is all going well. So that's all the cultivating of the fields done and dusted. Now we can go pot this thing back up. And we just need to grab the lorry. We need to grab the curtain side and we need to just go over and see if we can get some flour out of the grain mill. And just top up the donuts. Let's just jump into this. Let's hook up to this. And then let's head over to the grain mill. So remember, this time we need to turn into this one. We're not delivering, we're picking up. Let's see if we can line the lorry up across here. And then we should be able to open the curtain, pop out. Let's go into the grain mill and see what they've got for us. So 15,000 litres, that's not bad. Let's spawn them. Going to be just a pallet in a little bit. Now, did I turn the wagon on to auto load? I'm not sure, actually. We need to have a quick look at that. No, I didn't. Now it's enabled. Now we can jump out. We can go back in. It just means that, you know, but I don't know how many it will actually hold on the floor, but I know it's not all the 16. But let's go and spawn all them. They're all jumped onto the lorry now. Oh, yes. Close the curtain. Let's head back and let's put all this into the donuts. And here we are back. Home sweet home. So let's go get this all into the donuts. 15,000 litres should be a nice little top up for it. Let's go to donuts. There we go. We're out the red. Need to see if we can make sure we get it all in. Actually, let's have a quick look. Open the curtain. Oh, it's some at the back here. Beautiful. All done and dusted. So what we end up in there, 25,288. I'm ashamed that the donuts can't go. I really do want to... Oh, I'm really tempted to just buy... What do you think? A couple of thousand litres of sugar will sort of help. I really want to get that going. Should we do it? Should we go and buy literally a couple of thousand litres of sugar? A lot of money. Yep, it's a lot of money. Oh, okay, let's just do it. Let's just buy 2,000 litres. We'll take this. We'll go get it from the shop. So the sugar is on board. Let's get this back now to the donut factory. All the sugar's all going in now. Let's go and have a quick look down at the donuts. Yep. So these are all now starting to run again, which is good. Sugar's still in the red, and it is getting through it pretty quick, actually. The butter's just gone because we've just gone past midday. The butter has just left the dairy, and it's now gone across to the donuts because that's the only thing what's in there. So everything else is looking pretty good. Milk's a little bit low. But then I have just noticed that the cows are actually, there's about 10,000 litres there. So what we could do is go and get the milk from the cows, 10,000 litres. That will boost that up a little bit. Cake is not looking too bad. Flour's a bit low on the cake, but I think the next run of flour that comes from the mill, we could sort of send that straight to the cakes and the bakery. But the donuts are where the money is at the minute. Cakes are good. Don't get me wrong, cakes are good. Strawberries, butter, eggs, milk, sugar, it's all looking pretty good. It says deactivated on all them. Stop any of the distribution going across, really, just so I could try and keep this going. Sugar's not looking too bad. Milk's getting a little bit low in the dairy, but there's still quite a chunk in. I know it's gone red, but 16,500 litres. Still quite a chunk, that is. I think we need to go top up the milk on the old donuts, really. So we're going to put this in here. Let's just see, what's this going to take the donuts to now? Yep, look at that. So the donuts are boosting up nicely. So I was on about the milk running out from here, but it just suddenly dawned on me then. Didn't I say that we got about 30,000 litres of milk in the silo? I'm sure I dropped some off before in the silo and said it's not quite the way it should be done. Oh yeah, see, this thing does hold. I mean, look at this, it holds a lot. Ammonia? Maple syrup, propane, diesel, water, milk. 22,000 litres of milk. Ooh, that milk's gone off. Oh, I'm surprised it's been in a wood silo. Yeah, that looked a bit nasty. So 22,000 litres of milk then. Okay, I'm going to go and run this over to the dairy. See you over there. So let's drop this off in here, then give this a little boost for the dairy. It's not that, like I said, it's not that needed. But it'd be just nice. You know, the cows are constantly producing the milk, so we're doing around that. Milk's okay in the cakes. The dairy now has gone back green. And obviously the milk in here is looking good. It's just the sugar. But I think we're going to wrap it up for this episode. We've had a lot of things to do in here. We've got a lot of things sorted and a little bits of ironed out. Next episode, we're going to do some more harvesting. Corn, sugar beets. That's on the way in the next episode. Thank you so much for watching, and don't forget to hit like and leave your comments below if you want to have any suggestions on this series. And don't forget to hit subscribe and turn the little bell notification on so you get notified every time we upload on this channel. Thank you so much for watching. I'll see you in the next one.